This is an assignment I created with the course management system Haiku. It's for a remedial writing class for college students who need to work a little bit more on their writing skills before they're ready for full college courses. And for this class, there is a book that we're working with. And for this particular assignment, I wanted to do some preliminary work on the vocabulary before we get to the assignment. And it will be something that they will be working with in depth later, so I want them to have some more practical skills with the vocabulary rather than just simply looking up the words in a dictionary, which doesn't do very much to retain the meaning or understanding of the word. So I want them to do some practical work with the vocabulary. And especially for them in this assignment, they will be writing sentences with the vocabulary, so it allows them to use the words in context. And this is the main page of the site. I have already created a module for this class, so I'm simply adding on an assessment element to a module that I already created. This is the main page of the class. Chapter 1 has already been thoroughly produced, and we're on the pre-reading section of the chapter. We've discussed the pre-reading. We've talked about vocabulary. We've specifically talked about vocabulary in context. So I want them to especially get some real-world practice with using vocabulary in context. So here they will find a partner. They will work with their partner to create some sentences, which will be assessed by 1 point for correct grammar use, 1 point for correct meaning of the word, and 1 point for correct usage of the word in the sentence. The learning objective that we are focusing on is to write using a range and depth of vocabulary, typical of first-year college students. As they're working with their partner, the second part of this assignment is to get some feedback from another partner group. So they will look at another group's discussion and give feedback to them based on the 3 elements of the assignment. It's pretty easy to use, so they can just create a new post. And the reason that I chose this CMS was because of how comprehensive it is. I think for a tool that doesn't cost anything, it's especially useful. And a lot of the things that I really value in an online class or an electronic environment is available within Haiku. So there's discussions, there's a grade book, you can create quizzes. There aren't many things that I can point out that this CMS doesn't have. For this particular assignment, I will give direct feedback on their posts, as we showed before that the peer groups can do. I will do the same. And also I've created within a grade book, I've created this points related to this discussion. And it looks something like this. Here is the discussion as it looks on the page. And I can create a timetable for this. I can adjust which category I want it to be in the grade book. So it's pretty comprehensive, but I didn't, because it's a discussion and it's a minor assessment, I didn't want it to be too complicated, so I left it as simple as I could.